Welcome once again to Commander by Danon. Today's video was brought to us by Patreon supporter Richard. Huge thanks to Richard and the rest of my Patreon supporters. Richard reached out asking for his first ever 3-color deck. He wasn't sure which one he wanted, but he knew he wanted blue in the color identity. After some discussion, Richard told me that he wanted a control deck. To me, that means Esper, and one of my favorite Esper commanders, especially for someone new to control and to blue, is Oloro, Ageless Asthetic. Also, and I know it's annoying to keep hearing this, but statistically if I don't ask you to like and subscribe, the video gets fewer subscribers. Oloro, Ageless Asthetic is a 6-mana 4/5 legendary giant soldier. At the beginning of our upkeep, we gain 2 life. This is true whether Oloro is in the command zone or on the battlefield. Whenever we gain life, we may pay 1. If we do, we draw a card and each opponent loses 1 life. If Oloro had flavor text, it would read, "Don't make me get up from this chair." First printed in Commander 2013, Oloro was one of the boogeymen of Commander. The fact that we gain life every upkeep, whether he's in the command zone or on the battlefield, is incredible. 2 life might not sound like a lot, but a little bit of life gain almost always helps, and can mean the difference between winning and losing a game of Commander. Now, Richard wanted to take his time with this deck. Maybe proxy it out before eventually ordering or trading for the cards he needs to build it. So he asked for a high-power, high-budget list. Don't worry, tomorrow's video is very low budget, but today's is not. Apologies to your wallet. But before we get to our deck list, a quick word from our sponsor, Ultimate Guard. One of my favorite products Ultimate Guard has is their Xenoskin Sidewinder. The Sidewinder has a soft microfiber lining as well as the rugged Xenoskin shell we've all come to love. While the Sidewinder isn't a new product, they are now available in the limited Bloomborough print, like the Eluge one seen here. Find out if your local game store carries Ultimate Guard products, or click the link down below to order yourself one from Amazon. In order to build a functional commander deck, you need lots of different pieces, which is why I try to rely on my handy-dandy checklist. 50 mana sources, usually split between 37 lands and 13 pieces of ramp, 10 pieces of card advantage, 8 to 10 pieces of spot removal, 2 to 3 board wipes, 2 pieces of graveyard hate, and 1 sudden I win card. Oh, one more quick announcement before we get started. I'm currently streaming with my son over on Musics by Danon as well as Twitch. It'll mostly be Final Fantasy XIV, but you're more than welcome to pop in and talk about Commander. Honestly, about half my streams are talking about manga, anime, or Commander. For lands, we're running Command Tower, Exotic Orchard, Flooded Strand, Polluted Delta, Marsh Flats, Arid Mesa, Scalding Tarn, Bloodstained Mire, Rafine's Tower, Hallowed Fountain, Watery Grave, Godless Shrine, Sea of Clouds, Morphic Pool, Vault of Champions, Deserted Beach, Shipwreck Marsh, Shattered Sanctum, Glacial Fortress, Drowned Catacomb, Isolated Chapel, Meticulous Archive, Undercity Sewers, Shadowy Backstreet, Bajuka Bog, 4 Plains, 4 Islands, and 4 Swamps. Expensive, I know, but I did say that earlier. Our mana ramp consists of Smothering Tithe, Soul Ring, Arcane Signet, Talisman of Progress, Talisman of Dominance, Talisman of Hierarchy, Azorius Signet, Dimir Signet, Orzhov Signet, Mindstone, Thought Vessel, Decanter of Endless Water, Chromatic Lantern, and Grand Arbiter Augustin IV. A bit of stacks, but mostly mana rocks to help us out. For card advantage, we've got Exemplar of Light, Alhammarret's Archive, Rhystic Study, Teferi's Ageless Insight, Bolus's Citadel, Sensei's Divining Top, Windfall, Demonic Tutor, Phyrexian Arena, and Monastery Siege. A good mix of tutors and traditional card advantage, as it should be. Our interaction and spot removal package consists of Swords to Plowshares, Path to Exile, Generous Gift, Void Rend, Anguished Unmaking, Fracture, Dovin's Veto, Counterspell, Arcane Denial, Teferi's Protection, and Commit Memory. A good mix of counterspells and spot removal. But that's not enough to make this a control deck. So for stacks effects, we're running Authority of the Consuls, Kumbal, Consul of Allocation, Ghostly Prison, Propaganda, Narset Parter of Veils, Ashiok Dreamrender, Aura of Silence, Hushbringer, Blind Obedience, God Pharaoh's Statue, Dranith Magistrate, Painful Quandary, and Deafening Silence. Lots of ways to keep our opponents in line. For board wipes, we're running Blasphemous Edict, Cyclonic Rift, Austere Command, Farewell, Damn, Toxic Deluge, and Supreme Verdict. Yes, I know that's a lot. This is a control deck, remember? The core of this deck consists of Bloodthirsty Conqueror, Exquisite Blood, Sanguine Bond, Veto Thorn of the Duskrose, Enduring Tenacity, Aetherflux Reservoir, and Approach of the Second Sun. Not only does our commander gain us life, our plan is to win the game with life gain. Now that we have our deck list, let's compare it to our checklist. 51 mana sources split between 37 lands and 14 pieces of ramp. Heavy, I know, but we're a control deck. We want to make sure we have enough mana to keep the other players in line. 11 pieces of card advantage, counting our commander. 11 pieces of interaction plus 13 stacks effects. 7 board wipes. 3 pieces of graveyard hate in Bajuka Bog, Ashiok Dreamrender, and Commit Memory. 1 sudden I win card in Approach of the Second Sun. Our deck can combo off with Aetherflux Reservoir, but in order to do that we need both Sensei's Divining Top and Bolas' Citadel on the battlefield. But even without those 2 support cards, if 2 of our opponents have been eliminated already, we could use it to just finish off our remaining opponent. But Approach can win us the game all by itself, especially if we cast it with something like Windfall to get it back to our hand quickly. We've also got the combo of Exquisite Blood and Sanguine Bond, allowing us to win the second we gain life or one of our opponents loses life. And of course, we've got the backup combo of Veto and Bloodthirsty Conqueror. Now some of you are saying, hey, this is a CEDH deck. You've got multiple infinite combos in the deck, Danon, which is fair. Having infinite combos as well as some nasty stacks pieces like Aura of Silence and Narset Parter of Veils does make this deck powerful. However, we're only running 1 tutor in the deck, no free counterspells, and no Moxen. Also, if this were a CEDH deck, since we've got both black and blue in our color identity, it wouldn't be efficient to leave out the Thoracle combo. So while this deck may be high power, a solid 8 at most tables, this is by no means a CEDH deck. The thing that scares me is that Cute Stuff may like the deck and build it for herself. She always did like life gain. Do you have an Oloro Ageless Asthetic deck? What's your secret deck tech? Leave a comment below. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, a huge shout out to my editor Cute Stuff. I couldn't make these videos without her. If you'd like to hire her to edit your own videos, she can be reached at cutestuff.edits@gmail.com. Link is down below. If you're looking for ways to support the channel directly, you can head on over to patreon.com/Danon. You can have a video made or just ask for help building or tuning a deck list. I also wanted to give a quick shout out to all of my patrons: Waffles, Jiraiya, Muffins, Marcus, Brett, Roxy, Alix, Borgi, Nazwin, Conga, Aaron, Chris, Robert, William Pye, Kazaris, Booksu, Patrick, Naffy, Noodle, Tiz, Art, Richard, Devon, Lucius, Sint, and On. You guys are awesome. I post new Commander Deck videos every weekday, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified of new videos. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again next time on Commander by Danon.